Good day to our research personnel. We are the group Z3077, and this is our research title.
Language of Pandemic, a discourse analysis on COVID-19 public health awareness infomaterials. I am Jeriza Badana.
I am Justin Jones Notarte.
I am Leslie Joy P. Tahale, and this is our outline for this research study. Health awareness is a top priority of the people since the birth of COVID-19 pandemic, which demanded for an information drive. Since the pandemic started, most of the country's strategy is health information uploaded online. However, despite the access to such information, the digital posters appear to be less convincing as people seem disoriented with the intended meaning of its content. This is evident in our locality as we observe that the COVID-19 cases are still rising. Hence, the analysis of language as a medium in health communication manifests preventive efforts as one factor in the pandemic response. Language have become the most useful preventive strategy since people are up for health information updates. The goal of health communication is to increase audience knowledge and awareness of health issues or solutions. According to Shives, it influences health-related behaviors and attitudes, as well as dispels health-related misconceptions and myths. The use of language is viewed as a crucial tool in the process of constructing meanings and producing campaign posters. This study aims to analyze the language used in COVID-19 awareness information materials using discourse analysis by Brown and Yule in 1983 and theme ring theory by Danes in 1974. For the research objectives, this study aims to analyze the different information materials used by the Department of Health, local government unit, and City Health Office in their COVID-19 response. It seeks to know the linguistic and discursive techniques and theme ring structures as to how they carry out awareness campaigns.
We have gathered a body of related literature in line with our research study. Afzal et al. Concluded through the analysis of visual and pictorial journalistic texts that linguistic advantages can be undermined by cognitive dissonance of the implementing body. It is connected with our research study because people seem disoriented with the intended meaning of each digital posters because of what they believed in and also what information they already knew. Moreover, Lucena pointed out how posters employ linguistic strategies to hook people in submitting to their purpose of promotion. These strategies include the use of words, phrases, clause, syntactic categories, and also sentences so that people would understand the true meaning of each utterances and they would abide to the health protocols. While in the context of discursive strategies, in the dystopian novel of George Orwell 1984, Abdu and Kafaga divulge how language play a role in controlling the mind of the mass. In this context, the government is using digital posters and other means so that they would generate an intended meaning, an intended action, and response from the people and the reader of each digital posters. It revealed that the simplification, euphemism, and morphologicalization are discursive tactics used to control the minds. In addition, Kowal Bourgonjon and Jacobs believe that discursive construction can prevent social problems from exacerbating through the social awareness campaigns. In this research study, we are focusing on health problems, specifically the COVID-19 pandemic, and also how digital posters is helping to decrease the number of cases in the day-to-day basis and also helping to avoid the situation to worsen, especially in these trying times. It identified four recurring strategies, especially in the context of public health awareness, which include quieting addiction, illustrating ideals and models, making oppositions, and relating intimacy with control. And in this research study, we are trying to figure out what prevalent discursive strategies are being used by the content creators, by the government in their digital posters, especially in the intended action and response from the people. And lastly, in the context of theme room structure, recent studies, according to Dejica, have shown that topics do not necessarily appear at the start of the phrase. With this, we can observe an unusual pattern of words within a phrase or a sentence because of the deviant characteristics of the utterances present in the digital posters in the present times. as well as identifying the syntactic categories of the text, theme, and rime, taking into consideration the leftist information unit in the sentence is not correct. Therefore, we cannot directly identify the syntactic categories present in each utterances in the digital posters because of the creativity and also the leftist approach of the content creators and writers in this time of pandemic. Overall, the review of related literature in this research study is an amalgamation of the studies that are focusing on how linguistic strategies, discursive techniques, and theme room structure are being utilized by the content creators and the writers in making digital posters so that they would stimulate the intended behavior and desired characteristics of the people who are reading the material.
We as the researchers have come up with the following research questions that this study will provide detailed answers. Number one, what are the linguistic features used in COVID-19 information materials by DOH, LGU, and CHO? What are the written words used, the applied content features, the language style used in the digital posters? Number two, what are the discursive techniques employed in COVID-19 information materials to impose prevention campaigns by DOH, LGU, and CHO? What approach did the text use, whether it is imperative, persuasive, or emotional, that will have an effect to the readers? Number three, what prevalent theme ring structures are used in COVID-19 public health awareness posters by DOH, LGU, and CHO? This will classify what are the main topics of the digital posters and its details. Next is the methodology of this study, research design. Qualitative approach is adopted to this study, employing corpora-based discourse analysis method. Qualitative analysis is more suitable than quantitative approach, since this study seeks to investigate how discourse in COVID-19 digital posters affect how people construct and perceive meanings through language. Research corpora. The research materials to be analyzed throughout this study consist of COVID-19 information materials, specifically digital posters as corpora. In this research, the researchers will utilize 50 COVID-19 digital posters of public health awareness. Only digital posters using English language will be accepted. However, symbols, icons, graphics, and statistical updates on the COVID-19 cases will not be included in the analysis. The research corpora that will be gathered and analyzed will be divided according to our sources. 20 digital posters from DOH, 20 digital posters from LGU, and 10 digital posters from CHO.
Since we have now identified the qualities and criteria of our research corpora, we will now be proceeding to the data collection. We will obtain digital posters from the public posts of the Facebook pages of the different municipalities, cities, and provinces within Davao region from January 2020 to December 2021. This is the time when the COVID-19 pandemic has risen throughout the world. And by that time, the government have used digital posters so that the people would abide to the health protocols. Also, only posters from the official social media pages of the Department of Health, LGU, City Information Office, and City Health Office will be considered or gathered in this data collection. That is because we wanted our research corpora to be coming from reliable sources, and that would ensure the integrity and totality of our research study. And for the data analysis, we will be using the discourse analysis of Brown and Yule and the theme rim analysis of Dates. In the discourse analysis, linguistic and discursive strategies will be analyzed. We will identify what are the textual qualities of the digital posters, what are the linguistic styles that are employed in its utterances that are present in the information materials that are uploaded during the COVID-19 pandemic. And also in the discursive strategies, we would like to identify how does the content creators employ different strategies that would allow people to follow what they wanted or what actions or behaviors they intended through the meaning of those utterances. And for the theme rim analysis, Themes in all clauses will be classified as marked, unmarked, simple, or multiple themes in these digital posters. So we wanted to know what are the recursive or the recurrent topics that are present in the phrases and sentences that are present or written in the digital posters. And also we wanted to know what words and phrases that provides details to those topics. And that way we would identify what are the theme ring structures present in the digital posters. And lastly, the ethical consideration, we will ensure the integrity of the results of our discourse analysis. Orb noted that the role of researchers should conform to the principles of autonomy, justice, and humanitarianism, which will navigate the course of an ethical study and valid results. Therefore, we wanted the digital posters to be directly related to the COVID-19 pandemic. We only wanted information that are persuasive and also gives information to the people who are reading the digital posters. And also, neither any suspicious and unofficial pages nor contents that politicize, defame, insult, and any other malign agenda will be considered. Therefore, we only wanted the digital posters or the research corpora are coming from reliable sources, especially from the government. We would not include any comments or utterances or posts, especially memes that are not related to COVID-19 pandemic. Moreover, the information of the content creators and layout artists will be kept confidential. Therefore, we are not divulging any names, person, or company that is related in the creation of the digital posters. We wanted to follow ethical considerations so that the results of our research study is valid. Again, this is the outline of the research title or the research titled Language of Pandemic, a Discourse Analysis on COVID-19 Public Health Awareness Info Materials. Again, I am Justin Jones G. Notarte.
I am Leslie Jarpita Hale.
And I am Jeriza Badana, and we are the group Z3077. Thank you.